Some of you may know I have an engineering background, but I went to the Chang'an factory, which is a automated production line, and I was just kind of blown away. There was this massive factory, and there's a lot going on in the factory. Literally, there was robots all around us. They were in the air, they were here, they were there, they were everywhere. And there was just like a complete lack of people in there. And I've never experienced a factory at that level of automation before. And we also went to their sort of research center where we learned some information about the company Chang'an. And then we looked at some of the models, and I was really impressed. 10, 15 years ago, everybody thought, oh, Chinese cars, the quality's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. But I tell you, they will equal the quality of any car pretty much anywhere in the world now. I mean, the quality was really high. And again, I think that's down to the automation, because you can maintain a much higher quality with automation.
Yeah, I want to add on to Lee. I think my mind was blown when I walked into this factory. To be kind of honest, it gives me a better respect for cars made in China. The way they put these cars together is insane. And like Lee said, there's a lack of staff on that ground. There's not really people.
Yeah, it's just
that for me is mind-blowing, because the people essentially they operate the machines to fix the cars, to build the cars, and it's a new way of job creation, I would say. But yeah, as we walked into the research center, I think the thing that caught my eye was how sexy and beautiful these designs really are on these cars. I mean, I sat down in one of the cars that they told us is the big seller for young people. And me as a middle-aged young man, I would say I would definitely buy that car. It's got a nice, sleek look to it. Yeah, man, I just think my experience, I didn't expect that. It's really fantastic. It's an awesome experience. I definitely would like to do this again.
For me, the most impressive thing was seeing the automated welding line, because there were so many robots in a small space, all welding that car, and the roof was coming on and that, and to coordinate all those robots so they don't smash into each other, and they're all doing their bit. And it just amazed me when there's a car coming off the end of the production line less than every minute, and that is just staggering. That because a car, it has so many parts in it, thousands of parts, and for them to be able to produce one a minute is just incredible. And because, like we discussed, it's 90% automation. The quality level's right up there. That's my take. I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, that's definitely truly. I would say something that caught my eye was actually two things, right? So the first one was the systems they run over there. The little staff that are on the ground there. The guy actually took me through a board where he showed me how the system works, how they see where the people are on these grounds. They do it all with computers, mate. They see these guys walk around, and this is all for safety purposes, right? They see these guys on a little, like it's an LED screen, and they can see these guys walk around. It's like a little light on these guys, like a connection on these guys, and they can see how they walk around, and this basically keeps them safe. And the second thing is, I saw these guys' gear, the equipment they use. But let's talk about the clothes they wear. It's so fantastically designed. I think it breaks that whole idea of me thinking a Chinese factory is where people slave themselves to get the job done. But it's really not happening over here in these factories, man. The clothes, the uniforms they are wearing is top notch. Very, very well equipped gear they are wearing over here. So that's what I saw.
Yeah, I something that stuck out in my mind was just how well organized and clean and safety conscious they were in the factory. There's markings all down the floors, because obviously when you've got large robots like that, people could get killed if they're in the wrong place. And the attention to detail for safety was really high, and that's something that surprised me, because again, in the West, people generally think, oh, Chinese factories, they're full of children working and they're dangerous. And it's just not true. And the other thing I'd like to point out is how Chang'an seem to be working with some of the biggest tech companies in China, you know, the Huawei's, the Tencents, the Alibabas, to kind of, you know, bring future technology into the car. And in fact, we saw one model where they don't have wing mirrors anymore and outside the car. I think it's really good to see, you know, Chinese companies pushing that technology.
Right. For me, first of all, I want to show them that the Chinese are not what people think they are. There's misconceptions about China. I would like to show them that. And I think this was a smart idea, giving us the opportunity to see how a futuristic car is being put together by these amazing technology. Because, you know, I have said it a little bit earlier, it's just weird that some people think in Chinese factories people are slaving, you know, to get the job done, which is not the case. Lee just said every 50 seconds a car is finished, ready to come onto these research grounds to get better understanding of the car before it goes into production. The speed of what these people are building these things are just insane. And I think that's what I would like to show my audience is the Chinese have speed. They have the pace of doing the job, and the way they are doing it is not what the people think it is. It's by highly sophisticated equipment and fantastic systems. My thing on my channel is always I try to show the systems of China. I hope that can answer your question.
Okay, so I'd like to highlight the fact, similar to Jerry, where the West do have a big misconception that China are not as far forward in technology as they actually are. And so what I'd like to say, I'd like to point out to my viewers, I'd like to show them just how technologically advanced areas of China now are, and this automotive production is one of them. You know, they're really pushing the envelope by, you know, some of the technologies they're putting into cars. And because of the way the Chinese work, Chinese people in general adopt technology much quicker, I feel, than they do in the West. So they bring these solutions to market very quickly. You know, the Chang'an car we're in, I think they mentioned they're bringing it to market in the next 6 months. That's some fairly futuristic technology, you know, from an automotive point of view. And I think I'd like to show my viewers that sort of aspect, that look how fast China are moving this technology forward, not just developing it and saying, okay, we've got this technology, but they're actually bringing it to market, you know, and that's something that I feel happens in China much quicker than it does in the West, because I think the people will adopt technology here much quicker.